Surprise, everyone. Weather's being a lot nicer today than it was last night. And wouldn't you know it, as soon as I decided to cancel, what's up, Nope? As soon as I decided to cancel last night, that's when the power decides it wants to stay on. But I didn't want to risk it. So decided, hey, maybe I'll just do it tomorrow. And fortunately, now I'm not alone this time. But we'll get to that in just a second. So let me get some housekeeping stuff out of the way. Make sure, if you're not yet, the XP Live. Check out all the shows we have on there. I work pretty much all of them except for most of the time Thursday, and then the morning show. Morning, I say morning, it's like at noon. 1 Eastern, noon Central, the FOC show, which you should be watching, so you can make sure you got your FOC orders correct. Uh, Other than that, I work most of the other ones. Come hang out, check it out. And also, the EXP has done something so cool. It's awesome to be a part of. Have their own exclusive cover. Exclusive Ben 10 cover by artist Jay Fosgett. The Ben 10 Dynamite book coming out May 6th. Just misses that window for free comic book day. But the pre-orders are up on our site. This is a EXP exclusive. That's the only place you're gonna get these covers. And I'm gonna show them off to you real fast. So, first cover we got is the cover A. And I'm gonna make that bigger. Happy Easter, Mr. Nope. Good to see you, boss. Hope that you're having a good day so far. But this is the cover A. Then we got the cover B Virgin cover. Then we have the line art. I know I set these up all before the show, and then next thing you know, they're all shrunk back down. But then we have the line art Virgin. Now, if you go to that QR code right there, scan that, it's going to take you directly to where you can buy these covers. But there's also, if there's any left, and I think there should be, there's a bundle where you can get all 4 covers in one go. So make sure, if you're a Ben 10 fan, if you know somebody who's a Ben 10 fan, this is something really cool. If you're a fan of the experience, make sure you check this out, you share this out, because if this does well, which I'm hoping and thinking it will, we will probably start doing more exclusive covers. So, really excited about that. And also, while you're, signing up for things, if you have not yet, make sure you sub up to the Weirdos podcast. They were doing a March Madness, and not the movie kind. They're doing an actual basketball goal thingy, blue line to blue line, score mini touch goals games. They were live last night, so that was a good thing. I thought that was awesome. I was like, you know what? I can't go live. They're still able to go live, so I was, letting people know. Look, I don't watch sports. I love sports movies. I don't watch sports. I watch some hockey sometimes, but for the most part, Ed and Nope's banter during these shows is what made it worth watching to me. Like, if you want to see Ed get wild, it's Michigan game, so you want to see him get wild. I'm telling you, go back and watch those replays. I'm pretty sure his team won, so they should be doing a live on Monday, I think, probably. But you know what? Before I tell tales out of school, let me fix this part real fast. There we go. Let me just go ahead and bring on the Michigan Blue Maniac himself, the weird one.
Go Blue, baby! Go Blue! Hail Hydra!
Awesome. So y'all are y'all gonna try to do a show tomorrow?
Oh, absolutely. The championship game is tomorrow night at 8:50 Eastern. We will be going live a couple minutes early. Come and join us and watch me go insane.
It's a fun time, y'all. I'm telling you, Ed's been on on the Hangout sometimes watching a game. It's hilarious. So just imagine he's on his channel watching the game, talking about the game. That's the subject of the live. Just imagine it, folks. I'm telling you.
What's up? Nope. Happy Easter, everybody. Before I forget.
Yes. Hope you all are having a great day. Hope the Easter Bunny brought you some good stuff. So this show is gonna be a little bit different. It's kind of like a precursor show because next Saturday, yes, weather permitting, of course, next Saturday is, and I'm gonna go ahead and do it. It's gonna be stream 69, dudes. Yes. We are doing and I got a thumbnail plan for that. Hopefully it works out the way that I want it to. Yeah. 69 episodes. I gotta do a special thumbnail for that. Got to get something planned. It's probably gonna be more of the same. We're gonna review some stuff, we're gonna talk about some stuff. A trailer I didn't talk about very much last time was a trailer called The Furious. And if you've ever watched the Raid movies, and if you haven't seen the Raid movies, watch the Raid movies. They're subbed and dubbed. You can watch them either way. It's really about the fight scenes in those movies. Like the choreography in those movies is fantastic. They're fantastic fight scenes.
The best part about that trailer is when they steal his daughter and he's going running after him. He looks just like the T-1000. He runs exactly like he did in that movie. And I started cracking up. I'm like, oh, my Lord, he's the T-1000.
Yeah. But that movie, to me, like, that's going to be a must-watch for me. Maybe not a theater watch, but I definitely want to watch it. So something that's kind of amazing, and I know y'all talked about this on the Happy Hour show that they had on Fridays, y'all. Be sure to check that out, Happy Hour. But so I did a Masters of the Universe trailer reaction. Now, the thing is, I was set up to do the Supergirl one that we knew for a fact 100% the Supergirl trailer was dropping that day. Well, like most times, I couldn't sleep. And by the time I did, I kind of napped and woke up at like 8 or 9, something like that. And I happened to notice they dropped a new Masters of the Universe trailer. So I was like, you know what? I know sometimes it kind of kills the channel, kills the views if you do 2 reactions in a day, but I love doing the reactions and I don't really care about views. But I will say this. In the last couple of days, especially yesterday, I don't know what's been going on, but there was a very big surge in views, and this one overtook my Supergirl reaction trailer, which the first reaction to the Supergirl, the first teaser reaction got like 200 views, which is incredible. Like I couldn't believe it. This time, again, not about the views, but they're still climbing. But this one jumped to like 126. They were both around the same 60 mark. So that's incredible. And we got your thoughts on your channel about this trailer, Ed, but I want to hear them. Let the people know what you thought about this. I'll go first, and then I'll let you talk about it. Y'all, I said it in the video, and I'll say it here. There's nobody that's going to convince me I'm not going to like this movie. It may not be an Oscar contender or any kind of awards or making $85 billion or anything like that, but I can already tell I'm going to have so much fun watching this movie. So nobody's going to convince me this movie is going to be terrible. I know trailers can be deceiving, but my goodness, I am so excited for this. Masters of the Universe with Dolph Lundgren. I like that one too. I know we didn't get Orko, and they spent most of the time on Earth. This one kind of feels like it's going to be the flip of that, and I'm still waiting to see Orko in some way, shape, or form. I'm so excited for this one. I think even with Supergirl and Spider-Man, I think this one is on like the same level of excitement as the other ones are. So, Ed, what'd you think about it?
Oh man, for me, this one and Mortal Kombat 2 have me just as goose fleshed to watch as the Spider-Man and the Supergirl one. I saw this the teaser had me hooked with that last trailer with Skeletor actually talking, and we got to hear a little bit of his voice and see a little bit more, and using Cringer as the logo for MGM. I'm pumped. I want to see it. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, what's up, Joey? I know that was a point of yeah. I get that. I can because I can't even tell. Like if you wouldn't have told me that was him as Skeletor, I wouldn't have been able to tell it. That part of it. I personally am gonna be able to just be like, it's whatever. Yeah, exactly. And welcome in FC4. Uh, yeah, that's why I used it for the thumbnail because I was like, that is so smart to use. Oh, yeah, exactly. That's the other thing I'm thinking of. Not seeing his face. I still am a little mad we're not gonna get a kind of He-Man, but you know, I'm
You,
excited to see it.
you never know. Nope made a good point about that. That somewhere in the fight or something, he might like screech or use his voice, but I don't even care. It looks awesome to me.
Yeah,
And I don't get all the Leto hate anyway. I
yeah,
mean,
he
who
is.
cares? He's
Yeah,
voicing a character. I could not care less as long as he
yeah.
does a good job.
I mean, he is a creep, but
Yeah, well, who isn't?
yeah,
Has nothing to do with the Skeletor character, so I don't give a crap.
yeah. I'm
Whatever.
excited. What's up, Lorena? So
Hey, Lorena.
it wasn't just that trailer that dropped. Like I said, I was surprised when I woke up and saw that one. Then we get the new Supergirl trailer. Now, for me, I am a fan of the Woman of Tomorrow storyline. I know a lot of people. There's a lot of people that aren't, and I know this turns into a if it doesn't do well, it's Snyder fans' fault or whatever. But hey, what's up, Mike? Good to see you, boss. Mike Asbill. Hey, um, but I know people who aren't fans of the DCEU stuff or Snyder that just don't like either they don't like Tom King or they just didn't like the Woman of Tomorrow comic. And yeah, and for me, I'm excited. I think it's going to be interesting seeing how they use Lobo because again, I think a lot of people that read the Woman of Tomorrow comic. Spoiler alert: Lobo wasn't in it, but I'm excited to see what they do. You know, I didn't think they're not going to do like a 1-to-1. It's going to be. It kind of feels like not so much how they did Logan, where Logan was supposed to be Old Man Logan, but they changed a lot of it. But that movie was fire. I love Logan, but they're going to add some stuff to it, and I think adding Lobo is going to help with the interest because no, Joey, I understand that completely, man. He's got some stories that I'm not too wild about either. His Mr. Miracle run I thought was really good, and like I said, Woman of Tomorrow I'm a fan of. But this is gonna be the stuff with crypto is gonna get me, and I know villain or one off Brainiac. Supergirl Lobo should have been villain. Yeah, that's true. They're like I said, we'll see what they do. I know it looks more like it's going to be like a team up kind of movie with them, but again, I don't know. We don't know how long Lobo's going to be in the movie. We don't know if they've only shown us like a couple of minutes here and there. Like we'll just have to see. Like this is one of those things, especially with superhero movies, and it's happening a lot lately. People are really either very excited for it or they're already hating on it. And the thing I see online all the time is, well, James Gunn only knows how to make one kind of movie. But this isn't James Gunn. So if you're gonna use that argument, like if you're gonna use something to weaponize your dislike for this, James Gunn isn't directing this. So just make sure you keep that in mind. Me personally, I'm excited for this. That's a good question. It kind of feels like they're going that route, but again, everything is so up in the air with this universe so far. With just having the one movie out, and then we have the shows. So I'm excited to see where this goes. If it works, if it hits, awesome. If it doesn't, we'll just have to wait for another reboot, I guess. And I don't want another reboot, so I'm hoping it does well. I'm hoping it does well. You got any thoughts on this one, Ed?
Lobo spoke. It was kind of cool to have him say a couple words, but yeah, it looks good. I'm still into it. I still haven't got the wow factor from it, but I'm going to see it, of course, and hopefully it surprises me. There's just some things about it that, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. What I find hilarious is the crap people find to complain about. Like the lanterns aren't glowing in the series. Well, they only glowed when they flew, if you actually watched them. And now this one, I'm hearing, is that Supergirl lines of cocaine that she's sniffing because she looks like a hoe? I'm like, really? Really, people? Come on. Let's watch the movie. I highly doubt she's a hoe snorting coke. But, hey.
Yeah.
It's just, they find the silliest things to complain about. Wait till the movie's out. Wait till you watch it. Then complain about it. You might like it.
At FZ, if they wanted to use I thought it was Trigon. Maybe I'm wrong. If they wanted to use that, that's what I want to see, though, folks. Like, before we get into the free comic book day stuff I want to talk about, that's the most exciting part of this universe to me. I know a lot of people are like, he's using C and D list characters. Well, apparently, this was news to me when I learned about it. And although this is not MCU, that's how the MCU started. Apparently, they used C and D list characters. And to me, I didn't understand it until somebody explained it was because of sales at the time. Is why Iron Man and all of them were considered C and D list characters. I want to see people we've never seen on the screen before. Like, I'm happy we're finally getting Brainiac instead of yes, we got Lex Luthor first as always, but just like with when the Batman of this universe finally shows up, whoever it's going to be, I want them to work up to some big bad. Let's see a Zaz, a real Zaz. Let's see a Professor Pig. Let's see some of those characters.
Crazy Quilt.
Hey, man, they made Polka Dot Man cool, so who knows?
There you go.
Titans are on the way. Nope. So,
see, they need to get Richardson for Batman, and his crazy neighbor can be Joker because he already got this crap kicked out of him once. So I'd pay to watch it again.
My goodness. I think eventually it's gonna lead up to Darkseid. I think that's eventually what we're gonna lead up to. Like, say what you will about the old universe, it's not coming back. We all know that, and as a fan of it, I can say that I know it's not coming back. I'm excited to see where this one goes. The main thing I was upset about was not like we made it to Darkseid, and now we got to start over. But we'll see, Calendar Man. See, I'm telling you, here's something else. Marvel has those special presentations, and again, I keep comparing the two. I'm not trying to, but Marvel has those special presentation things. I think DC should have a DC Presents. So you don't need to make an entire show or an entire movie out of it. Because I would love to see For the Man Who Has Everything, that storyline where it's Clark gets sent the plant or the parasite, whatever it is that wraps around him and makes him believe that he grew up on Krypton. I love that story, but it doesn't need to be an entire show or a movie.
Right.
So if you got who's ever going to play Wonder Woman, who's ever going to play Batman, and y'all did a 45-minute, special presentation thing with that, I would love that.
Yeah, I like seeing new villains too, man. I mean, there's so many good ones we haven't seen. I mean, we haven't had Bizarro in a movie. Let's have Bizarro in a movie. He's cool.
Yeah.
And there's other DC villains that, Solomon Grundy. I'd love to see a Solomon Grundy, man.
And that's my entire thing about what happens with a lot of these movies is Batman is supposed to have like one of the best and biggest rogues galleries out there. And we've only seen the same ones being used over and over again. So,
yep.
Neither do I, man. Neither do I. I'll say it like that. It's gonna have to be a wait and see. It's gonna have to be a wait and see, and again, I have no clue where he's going. Like I said, the ages that he has some of the characters at, and like the not discrepancies, but how you have your Superman who's about in his 30s, but then you have your Lanterns that are 50s and 60s. So I just don't know. Yeah, the Ultraman thing was kind of off with me. Like it's fine. Like I'm fine with it. I think they're gonna do something else with that character. So, but let me get into what wanted to talk about today. I know it's kind of early, but Free Comic Book Day, the first Saturday in May 2nd, 2026. There is one book in particular, y'all. Like, I'm getting. I don't know how, don't know when, don't know what the hold on. The Man Who's Everything stories are great. Yes, yeah. I don't know how many shops I'm gonna have to go to, but I'm getting one of these books on here, and I'll talk about it when we get to it. So, my nice little collage I made of all the Free Comic Book Day books. So we're going to start this thing off by saying, go to your LCS and ask and talk to them about their Free Comic Book Day. Some comic book stores let you come in and just, they have the free comics stacked up usually by age limit. Some of them have you bring in donations, like canned donations, stuff like that. So make sure wherever you go, beforehand, because you don't want to show up and they're like, well, we take canned donations. Like every bag of cans is like 4 comics or something like that, And also, if you can, remember, and Happy Easter to UFC. Remember, Free Comic Book Day is not free to your shop. They still have to pay for these books. So if you could, when you go in there and you get your free comics, spend like $5 extra on something. Go through their back issues. Go, if they happen to have some trades on sale or something like that, spend just a little bit extra. Don't break the bank. But if you could throw them $5 extra on top of your Free Comic Book Day, that would help them out tremendously.
Something that I like to do is I just go up to the counter and just give them the $5 and say, this is my thank you for having Free Comic Book Day. I don't even buy anything. I just give it to them.
That's awesome too. That's perfect. That is great. I love that, actually. That's fantastic, Ed.
Can I guess your book you're excited about?
Oh, you sure can.
Supernatural.
Nope.
Okay. I'm just looking at your collage here, and you had that in the center. I'm like, would he be that obvious?
In fact,
I don't see a Superman one on here, so
I don't think I think somehow I missed it, but
filthy stinking habits is this Trixie.
yes, I am. So, first book we got on here. The future is. I'm gonna pop this chat back up on here. So, many of you know, again, I work for The Experience. I'm a producer behind the scenes, and the bigwigs of The Experience got with Recca Publishing, and they kind of had this special hardcover put together. We had this a while back on the shows. I still have not read this, but I know that there's like special games and like all kinds of weird computery type code stuff in it. Ed, did you ever get to
Oh
read
yeah,
this, or?
I read through it. It was fun finding all the little Easter eggs they had hidden in there and all their little puzzles to solve. It was cool.
So this is the annual, I guess. So
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I know nothing about this book, folks. I just know that we had the hardcover on the shows for a while. And
What is the other version of Free Comic Book Day? I can never remember it. Somebody else started one. And it's called something else. I haven't heard anything about that one though. But I think it's later in the summer, but I can't remember what it's called. Sorry, I didn't mean to drop that one on you. But
no, you're
I
good.
noticed this one says Free Comic, but it didn't say Free Comic Book Day, so I was wondering if it was part of that.
No, that's interesting. That is interesting. But like I said, I haven't read any of this, but if I see this, I'll snag it so I can. So, and this might not even be all the books. Free Literature Day. Huh. Yeah, because I know that there was some weird thing about the name because of things that are happening. So let's see. Next up, we got Conan, Tides of the Tyrant King. All I know, y'all, is by working some of the shows and on the sales shows especially, anytime there's Conan stuff, it's snagged. Like people love Conan, and I want to say this comes from Titan. I think Conan is Titan Comics. But again, like I've read some Conan stuff. I've read one that felt like Conan mixed with The Walking Dead a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, my Conan was zombies.
You know, you're gonna laugh because as much as I love the Conan books, or I mean the Conan movies, I don't think I've ever read a Conan comic.
Thank you. Yeah, I can't remember exactly which one I read, but I know I read some. Lost my train of thought.
Hi, Ed. Bye, Ed.
Hi, how you doing, Jenna?
She's walking.
Oh,
She's
that's
conscious. She's conscious. But yeah, I don't remember which one I read. I've read a couple, but they've been a lot of fun. And again, my exposure to the character was the Schwarzenegger movies.
I'm using the last bit of my energy to go to the store to get more medicine.
Yeah.
Wish me luck.
Good luck. So yeah, so there's Conan, but there's also From Ablaze. Now, I always get is it the Sumerian?
Yep.
Okay. I always want to say Chimerian for some reason, and there's no H in there.
No, there's no H.
The Pool of the Black One. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't this part of the Conan universe?
Oh man, that I couldn't tell you because they have so many different stories that they've done.
Yeah.
I honest to God don't know if Conan is part of it or not. I'm thinking probably not because it's a different IP, but who knows? It could be. None of the stories I've read of the Sumerian had anything to do with Conan, so I can't answer that with any certainty.
Yeah, because I'm not overly familiar with it. So if there's somebody out there that knows if this connects, or if it's just one of those instances where the characters are just so close together. That
Now, unlike Conan, I've read a lot of Sumerian. Now you got me doing it. Sumerian books, and I've always liked them.
Yes, a lot of synonym books.
Yeah, a lot of cinnamon books. Yeah.
So next up, Stitch. Which some of these books that are on this list are kind of like, are these like exclusive covers or something? Because it's always weird to me to see a book that's already well established, well out there, that I think already has like a trade or two out, getting a free comic book day. Like, it's got to be something other than the free comic book day logo across the top that differentiates this from a number one.
Right.
But the Stitch books are fun. I've read a couple of them. It's one of those, when I need a break from the dark stuff, this is the kind of book that I would read.
Every once in a while, the free comic book day books turn out to be a oh geez, now I lost the word. It happens before the storyline.
Prequel.
Totally. Sorry, I didn't sleep much last night.
No.
But yeah, because that's what, for instance, the Mark Spears Monsters last year, the free comic book day was a standalone prequel, even though the series had already been established. So it's kind of interesting when they do those kind of things.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, I thought there was a Stitch book out already. Okay. Well, that makes sense then. I could have sworn there was already just a Stitch book out, but maybe that's what it is. Okay.
Okay, it's called Comics Giveaway Day.
Oh, huh.
That's the one I was talking about because they have a lock and key version.
Oh, wow.
That they have for Comics Giveaway Day. And that's also says it's available May 2nd. I don't know why they flished it, but some of the companies are going with the comic book giveaway day instead of free comic book day. So you got to look for both.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good
because one of them I have on my list called Minotaur is also one of the comic giveaway days. It's not a free comic book day.
Well, maybe next Saturday we'll take see if I can find a list of those. We'll talk about those.
Yep.
Oh, no, hold on. Whoop, there we go. Go back. What are you doing? There we go. Jeez. Justice League Sonic. Again, this is one that I didn't read, but I want to collect all the mashup covers of this because having, a Sonic Flash, and I think it was like Knuckles, Superman, Shadow, Batman, like having those mashup covers looked really cool. So I haven't read this. It is on my list of stuff to read. I mean, it's Sonic, y'all, so I'll definitely be on the lookout for this one. This is not the one that if I get no other book, it's not the one yet. We got a few to go before we get to there.
I'm actually on the other site going up and down these trying to figure out what one it could be. That's how bored I get. Yeah.
Yeah. So then we got Gun Honey.
That's
Now,
another one that's well established.
yeah, and I've said this about this series. It's like a triple X 007.
Yeah. So how did it get a blue label? That shocked me more than anything. Because I thought for sure that would be a red label Free Comic Day.
Well, it depends on if they tone down the nakedness.
Oh, then who the hell would want it? I'm just kidding. It just surprised me because when I saw Gun Honey, I'm like, really? And then I saw the label and I'm like, the only problem I have with this is if they've toned it down and somebody gets it for their kid and then the kid wants the real Gun Honeys and the parents don't know and buys them. Hello.
Yeah.
That's why I was really shocked this wasn't red labeled. Because I don't know if y'all know this or not, but the different colored labels for the Free Comic Book Day tell you what they are. Like if it's green, it's good for everybody. If it's blue, it's like teenager. And if it's red, it's like an adult only. And some people don't know that. So where it says Free Comic Book Day there, if it's red, don't get it for your kid.
Yeah.
Or get it for your kid and, whatever.
Be prepared for the questions.
Yeah.
So
that's on my list.
The Energon Universe 2026 special. I have read none of this.
Me either.
I've been excited to read it, just have not gotten around to it. Like, you have Transformers, you have G.I. Joe, you have Void Rivals, and then you have the Energon Universe. And I think Void Rivals is the book that tied the Transformers to G.I. Joe.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that was like the big secret that, a lot of comic shop owners knew well beforehand, well before that book came out. They were on a conference call and they got to learn that that's what was happening. They were trying to establish it in the movies. I didn't watch the last Transformers movie that was like, I can't remember which one it was. Rise of the Beast or something.
Got me.
But apparently they connected Transformers to G.I. Joe in that movie. Spoiler alert for a movie that's a couple years old that I haven't even seen. I just knew that part of it.
See, now I'm going to have to see that movie because my mind's been spinning on how in the world they connected G.I. Joe with the Transformers.
Yeah. But again, if I can grab it, if I can pick it up, because the Transformers books last year, I think. Nope. It's gonna be one that people are like, "Are you kidding me?" So just know that. Just know that.
Ooh, now there's a clue. I smell a clue.
Street Fighter Forever. I love this flipping cover. I love this cover. I think I've only read like 2 Street Fighter books. I think one of them was like Street Fighter and Ninja Turtles. But this cover alone is so dope that I would grab this book. I'm not usually a cover person like that. I mean, I'd still read it, but the cover alone would have me want to pick this book up. I love this cover. That's all I can say about it. Let's see, move right along. Decidium. My first thought was now I can't even say it. Unobtainium from Avatar. Decidium. This is no clue. No clue. I don't even think I read the synopsis on this one, but it's a Rom V book. And usually Rom V, I'm down. So I should have had the page pulled up and I did not.
Greatest American Hero.
Yep.
Ha ha! That's on my list too, and I didn't even think of it.
Let's see, so I'm gonna read the synopsis for this real quick. As soon as I can get the thing pulled up here. Okay. Oh. Okay, here we go. So first of all, it's black and white interiors. The city is set in a future world governed by the marriage between theocracies and corporations. Worship is currency, faith is power. In this newfound stability, old powers once more return to the world. Gods of fire, wind, volcanoes, jaguars, gods of mischief, stories, love, and war, manifesting through everyday people. But with the established hierarchy threatened, the powers that be decide that these newly made gods must be found and killed. So very, very interesting. Has me intrigued. On to the next one. Terabytes.
Mad Cave.
Yep, Mad Cave book. Says relive the terror in an all new black and white edition. In an age where technology intertwines seamlessly with everyday lives, Terabytes delves deeper into the shadows of our digital existence, exploring the uncharted territories of human consciousness shaped by technological evolution. This new series pushes the boundaries of speculative fiction, presenting stories that challenge the very essence of identity, morality, and reality, morality and reality in a hyper-connected world. In this first issue, a headset that lets users relive their greatest memories at the moment of their death extracts a brutal price. Huh. Interesting. Now, since this is a black and white edition, I can only assume that this is in color. Like the regular series, since this is a special black and white edition.
Mm-hmm.
So, interesting. Dungeon Crawler Carl. Now, the only reason I even know anything remotely about this is because apparently it's a series of novels, and Kyle loves them. He talks about this book all the time. So he was excited that it's getting a comic from it. But apparently it's a series of books that, like, I don't know anything about it. But apparently the cat talks.
I've never heard of it, so I can't help you with this one.
Yeah, I'm trying to find. You know, the best thing about putting the slide deck together was
what's the name of it?
Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Hang on, I'll get you the synopsis.
Oh, I got it now.
All right.
New achievement. You can read the first chapter for free. Wow, you can read? This lit RPG smash hit phenomenon and New York Times bestseller Dungeon Crawler Carl is now a graphic novel for the very first time. And this free comic book day is your chance to read the first chapter early. You know what's worse than breaking up with your girlfriend? Getting stuck on a sadistic alien game show with their cat. This FCBD special collects the first episode and more of the Webtoon series with over 3 million reads and 175,000 subscribers. So apparently this book is... This might be one of the books to look out for. Like if you're speculating or if you're just wanting to get something rare, I think this one might be one. I think this one might be one that will be hard to find, and a lot of people will have it on their list.
You know, Jay, when you said when you break up with your girlfriend and you're stuck, I thought for sure you were going to say stuck with your wife. I don't know why, but I thought for sure you were going to say, and you're stuck with your wife. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, don't worry, honey. That breakup message wasn't for you. Good way to get hit.
Unsend.
So yeah, Dungeon Crawler Carl. I'm definitely gonna check it out because, like I said, Kyle raves about the books. So they seem like a lot of fun. So definitely going to be on the lookout for this one when we go, because Sean is actually off on Free Comic Book Day, which is a Saturday. So that show on May 2nd will probably be a what we got on Free Comic Book Day kind of show. So
cool.
Inanna, the name she lost. I thought Wonder Woman as soon as I saw the cover, like before I clicked on it. So this one is a Vault comic. And apparently the name of the character is also one of the writers. It's written by Tim Seeley and Inanna Sarkis. So let's see. The complete first chapter of a modern reimagining of the ancient Assyrian goddess of love and war. Once the home of the love and peace movement, San Francisco is now a city at war with itself. Mayor and presidential hopeful Tim Tellett promises to fix the problems, but he has a new issue. On a brisk September evening, Inanna emerges from the bay wearing nothing but a lapis necklace. She remembers little save her name, and that she's pissed. Possessed of immense strength and unwavering charisma, Inanna becomes a champion of the people, but her immortal life as a goddess of love and war is coming back to haunt her. Ancient enemies and modern monsters collide as love and war clash in a battle for the soul of humanity and Inanna herself.
Interesting.
Definitely one I'll be checking out. I like the character design. I like the costume. And it's Vault. I'm a fan of Vault comics. Yeah, checking that one out. Supernatural. Not too much more I could say about this one, folks. I'm a Supernatural fan. Watched Supernaturals quite a few times. Halfway through, because y'all getting through 15 seasons of a show is not easy. I have there's other things to do, so sometimes it's just like Chuck. Chuck only has 4 seasons or 5. I never make it to the final season of Chuck, and I love Chuck. I've seen the first couple of seasons of Chuck hundreds of times. So if I can't even make it through Chuck, I'm probably not going to make it through Supernatural too many times. But I was telling Nick on Friday. Nick Barucci has an art show on Friday on The Experience, and we were talking about this book, and I told him, I said, the best part about this book, I'm very behind on it. Okay, I've only read like 2, maybe 3 issues of it. The best thing about this book is this is not a before the series starts. This isn't a reimagining of what's going on during the story. What this book is, it feels like the stories in between the stories we saw on television. So if you're a fan of Supernatural or have never watched Supernatural, give this a go, especially a Free Comic Book Day version. See if you like it. The series starts out as Monster of the Week. It starts out like that, but then it delves into a lot more, and then there's overarching things for the series. So this is definitely one I'm going to be checking out as well. This one just creeps me out. This one gives me an uncanny valley like no other. It does, especially where the comic and the hand are. It just looks weird to me.
Really?
Yeah. The comic almost looks 3D coming off of his hand.
Oh, yeah. I see what you mean.
And that's personal, personal preference on that. To So, but if this is something that you're excited for, by all means, pick it up, go to your LCS, see if they have it. Let's see, what is this? It's a spotlight book.
Yep.
So,
Keen Spot. Yep.
yeah, it's a spotlight book though. Keen Spot Spotlight.
Yep.
Um,
And it says it's promising a first appearance of at least one new character in the Mark Spears world of monsters. And it even has a centerfold pull-out poster by Mark Spears.
yeah,
So if you'll dig his artwork, this would be one to grab onto. This is on my list, of course.
Very cool.
And I love how they got the Slayer up in the corner there.
Yeah. Yeah, so Mark Spears, super hot.
Did you ever watch Bad Santa or Trick or Treat?
Oh, I've seen Bad Santa like 1,000 times.
The kid on this cover reminds me of the kid with the runny nose that Bad Santa moves in with.
Yes, 100%.
That's the first thing I thought of when I saw it.
Yeah, I wonder if that was the inspiration there.
Wouldn't be a bit surprised.
So then we have Journey to the West. Journey to the West was also, I guess, they made movies about this. And the reason I remember is, when you're scrolling on Facebook, sometimes you get those random reels that pop up. One that I had was like this big mutant fish that ate a little girl, and her mother like fights the fish to get the little girl back. Apparently that's part of this series. Apparently that happens, I guess. I don't know. But this is it looks interesting. I haven't read a whole lot of manga stuff. Usually I'm a watcher of this stuff and not so much a reader, but the cover looks cool. I might check this out. Give my review on it and see if, I have 340 other volumes of it to read, because that's how manga usually goes. Not only this is the shortest manga title I think I've ever seen, for one.
You're not lying.
For two, outside of One Piece maybe, or Berserk, but if you look out and see how many books are part of those, maybe it's the shorter the title, the longer the series. I don't know. But I've never really found a manga series that I've stuck with. Like I've read a couple, but not like how Jenna reads manga and stuff like that. Like nowhere near her level of doing that.
Are the manga comics backwards too?
Some of them are, but she reads a lot on her tablet, so I don't know how that works on tablets. But it's weird because I'm like an anime fan. I loved Berserk. I loved there was one that I can never remember, like Trigun or something. I can't remember what it was. It was like a priest that pretends he's clumsy, but he's actually like a badass. I can never remember the name of it. But then there's, Berserk, Fist of the North Star, things like that. So it's not like I don't like anime or anything. I've just never really been into the manga side of it, I guess. So, but this looks fun. I'm gonna definitely pick this one up. All right. Toy box. Backwards and mostly black and white pages, yeah. Pooh Bear Adventures. I want to say, if I remember the post correctly, I think our friend Dave Lentz is lettering some of this book. And if you don't know Dave, if you follow Kickstarter a lot, y'all, Dave letters a lot of Kickstarter books. And He's the reason that I pay attention to letterers. And he might not be on this one in particular because apparently there's a couple. Well, actually, no, that was from last year. I don't know, folks. He might have been, or I might. You do know Dave, Joey. Dave does everything. I love Dave. Maybe I'm thinking of last year's. I could have sworn I saw something that he was doing with the Pooh Bear stuff. Maybe knowing me, I forgot. But this is like a really just cute take on. I guess we got to call him Pooh Bear because that's the one that's in public domain.
I am so sorry, Jay. I've been muted for like the last 10 minutes, and I was wondering why you weren't making any comments.
Oh,
I've been talking and yipping about the books, and then I just like, he's not hearing me. I'm like, oh, I'm muted.
yeah, I saw you. I thought you were muted on purpose.
No.
So I was okay.
I just realized, like, that's okay. I'm a real good co-host with you. I'm just gonna stay muted the whole show.
That's all right. Which one did you have some comments on?
I don't even remember. I was commenting on each one as you went through them, but it's not a big deal. I just think it's funny. Because when you pulled this one up, I'm like, a box of poo. Nothing. And I'm like, something's wrong.
Yeah,
that would have got him for sure.
Yes, I would have laughed at that.
But yeah, I don't remember anymore. It's not a big deal. I just think it's funny that I've been muted this whole time.
Yeah, it definitely happens, man. And I can also see, just so you know, it is streaming to Weirdos. I just
I got the notification. Yep.
Yeah, just checked my phone and saw it. But
cool.
Yeah, this is a just super cute, Pooh Bear adventures. I don't know, man. Like it's one of those. Again, I read so much dark stuff that every now and then I need something like this to just cleanse the palate. So I'm excited.
Did you get a chance to read Baby Garfield?
No.
Oh, dude. Talk about your palate cleanser. You got to read that one.
I need to. It's on the list. I need to read it. Let's see what we got. Mega Man Showdown Special. I don't read a ton of Mega Man stuff, folks. Like, in fact, the only Mega Man I remember even playing as a kid was 3, I think. Hey, what's going on, Triple B? Mega Man 3, and that's because I think it's 3 where if you took the second player controller and what I would do was sit a chair or something heavy on it and hold down an A, it would give you a super jump. And you would jump down into the holes where you would apparently die, and as soon as your energy went away, you would jump back out of the hole and you'd be invincible. So that's the main reason. I want to say that was Mega Man 3 you could do that in.
Cheater.
Oh yeah, those games were hard, man. We have 18 million buttons on controllers these days.
Pretty much.
I went to play a game on regular Nintendo not that long ago, and I got my butt handed to me. I don't even remember what I was playing, but I was like, I don't remember this game being so hard. And it's like, well, you only got the 2 action buttons. But
it's all about the muscle memory.
Yeah. But yeah, I said it's another one from Udon that goes along with the Street Fighter one. There was oh my goodness, Prime had that series of shorts that they did off of video games, and I cannot remember what it was called, but there was a Mega Man 1 in it.
No kidding.
That after I saw it, I wanted a Mega Man series. It was on Prime. They did that one where it was like the horror version of Pac-Man. Oh my goodness, what? Secret Level. It was Secret Level. They had it was like Mega Man, Warhammer 40K. Like I said, they had a horror version of Pac-Man that was just it was wild.
Nice.
But yeah, after seeing that show, I'm like, man, I want a whole series of Mega Man like that. Like it was so good. So moving right along to the next one.
Hey, Triple B, just saw you pop up.
Fort Psycho and Mind Management. I'm not super familiar, honestly, with mind management. I know that I've read like an issue, and I just thought maybe it was just a little too much for me. Like I do enjoy Matt Kent's writing. Like I don't have the poster up anymore, but I had the Exo Manowar run that he did. I have the poster for it. There's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot on this one, folks. If you're excited for this one, just go to League of Comics and look at the synopsis because that's a lot to read.
I was wondering if you were going to tackle that.
No. If you're interested, you like his writing, go check it out, read the synopsis. It's a double feature. Like, so who knows? I'll be on the lookout for that one. Now, this one was an interesting one because I think it went Nice House, The Nice House on the Lake, The Nice House by the Sea, and I thought there was a third one. But if you've never read Nice House on the Lake, it's a mind trip and a half. It is a mind trip and a half, at least the first 5 issues, I think, because I think I read 4 or 5 issues of this. Might have been less, but it's been a while. But what I do remember from this book is a face melting. That's the thing that burned into my memory when it comes to this book, is seeing somebody's face melt off.
According to League, there's only been Nice House by the Sea and Nice House on the Lake.
Okay. But it's also a Tynan book. James Tynan the Fourth.
Now, is this a free comic book day, or is this just a book you want?
It shows up in Free Comic Book Day.
Okay, I didn't see it on the cover anywhere, so I was just curious.
Yeah, I thought this was weird. It says Free Comic Book Day 2026, the Nice House on the Lake Special Edition.
So see, now that other one, that Comics Giveaway Day, has a sick tick that they're doing.
Ooh.
So I was just curious if maybe that was a sick tick too.
I think this, I can't speak for the whole series, but this could possibly be a Ed Thinks It's All Right book if you've never read it. Maybe not a full-on 100% Ed book, but there might be elements of it that you like.
I think I tried the first couple just because I like Kenyon, but I don't think it stuck.
And that's fair. And Tynan is kind of the same way that I feel about Cullen Bunn sometimes. Sometimes they write so many different stories and they have so much going on with the writing that some stories feel like they were stretched just a little too thin when they did them. And some of them just slap, but some of them are just like, But yeah, I'll be checking this one out too if it's there. Like, just to see. A lot of times with some of these, I just want to see if there's differences.
Yeah.
And if there ends up not being anything different, I could always gift it to somebody. Somebody
Right.
I think, hey, I think you'll like this. It's free for me. It's free for you. Kind of deal. let's see. Then we have The World of Archie with Betty and Veronica, Sabrina, and much more. Now,
I didn't know you were into Archie.
well, not like hardcore. This was more, I grabbed every single book that I saw.
Ah, okay.
Show them
Just to
off.
show everybody.
But the stuff that they did where it was like Archie Judgment Day, or all the horror stuff that they've done,
Mm-hmm.
the fact that they took characters like the Archie characters and did that, like Army of Darkness and Archie, I was so surprised with how violent that got. But I also remember as a kid going to the grocery store and seeing Archie Digest everywhere. So this is like, it's Archie. There's bound to be something someone likes about an Archie story. So I think that's cool.
I like some of their Archie horror books that they come out with. Those are kind of fun.
Yeah, like one of them was like Judgment Day. Then there's like Archie Afterlife with Archie.
Mm-hmm.
And then
the one where Jughead's a werewolf. I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah. 85 years. That's nuts to me.
Yeah.
Here's one that I'm really excited for. I want to say that Nope has talked about this before. Way back when we did like a little Kickstarter corner kind of thing. I feel like he's talked about this. But this is a volume 2. This cover just looks awesome. Like when I saw this, I was like, this is like an Oz adventure that I really want to read. So even though it's volume 2, I'm cool with it. If I end up liking it, I want to say, let me check the old Kickstarter here. I think I saw something for Oz Kickstarter wise. I sure did. This is from AWA Upshot. It's got 51 hours to go. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that link in there. Y'all want to check out?
Is it funded?
Oh, yeah. It's well funded.
Cool.
Like $70,000 over its goal funded.
Dang.
Yeah. Grabbing some other links. Yep. That's okay. Got the first volume written by Coleman Bond. So you got the Oz volume 2 right there, but also, because I almost forgot about it, Bombshell and Atomica from Bad Bug. Make sure you check that one out too. But yeah, this cover, this looks so good. Like, definitely if I see it, I'm grabbing this. Almost done, folks. Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight comic book tie-in. So I love the Lego games, y'all. And this one is going to be spread out like between almost all the movies, it looks like. Kind of like how these games usually are. But the Lego games are the funnest yet most infuriating games you will ever play. They're so fun. But if you don't have certain characters unlocked, it just gets to you. You get mad. I've been a fan of these games since the Indiana Jones game that came with my my Xbox 360. There's the Indiana Jones Kung Fu Panda that, they're like, you buy the console, you get the 2 games for free. I've been hooked on these games since Indiana Jones. I played all of them. They're all a blast. I can't wait for this one. Marvel's starting to get into where they're doing singular characters, because they had Marvel superheroes, but they're doing a Wolverine one, they're doing a Hulk one, they're doing a Spider-Man one. I can't wait for all of those. I love the Lego games. The Lego Batman movie is such a fun time if you've never seen it.
I absolutely love the Lego Batman movie. I didn't think I would, but I gave it a shot and I was laughing and just it's a fun ride.
Yeah. Will Forte is just hilarious in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely excited for this one too. Flash Gordon. He'll save every one of us. Other than having one of the most badass soundtracks of all time, uh, I only know the movie. I haven't tried the comic from Mad Cave yet. I don't think I've ever read a Flash Gordon comic. So I only know.
If you've never watched any of the old TV ones, you have to. They're so much fun, like 66 Batman. If you've never done it, take some time to do it. It's fun.
Yeah. But this one again is one of those special edition black and whites. I don't know if that means the cover's just black and white or if the whole thing's black and white. But it's always strange to me, and I guess I've never looked at it from a point of view from like you and Jenna having the trouble seeing it. I've just never been into like black and white unless it's like y'all were talking about Mad Magazine on your show. And I used to have a ton of those. No clue where any of them went, but I would collect those and Cracked.
Oh, yeah, Cracked. I remember Cracked.
And I loved Mad Magazine for all the movie parodies, like the Jaws.
Oh,
parody,
absolutely.
The Bad News Bears ones. Like, I love those. But I've never been like I've never actively, like, how would you say it? Souped out? Sucked? I don't know.
Sucked out?
Sought.
I think sought is the word you use.
Sought. Oh my goodness. Y'all, this is, yeah. Clip it.
Oh, that was good. Yeah, that's going to get clipped for sure.
Oh my goodness.
I've never sucked out a comic. Wait, what? Yeah.
Sought out black and white comics. So I know that there are people that do, so.
A lot of the indie ones were black and white, especially back in the day, and a lot of them still are too. So you got to be careful if that ain't your thing.
Yeah. DC Next Level. Like, so this is a sampler, I believe, because I know that these books are out. This was a sampler that they're going to be doing. Let me see if I can find the. Insider previews of all three. Huh. That's very strange. I guess this would be good for folks on the fence to know if they want to buy the books or not. You know, just get like ashcan like previews of it.
It's actually kind of a cool idea because, you know, if you're not sure who Lobo is or whatever, and you want to know before the movie, at least you can get a taste.
Yeah, because it's one of those things too where I'm like, all these have already released. So I get it. But I haven't read the Batwoman one yet. Again, I'm not the biggest Batwoman fan. I'm still going to read it to try to just see. But the Deathstroke and the Lobo ones were definitely great. And here it is, folks. Believe it or not, I thought I was the only person on the planet that was excited for this. I have been talking about this since I heard Amp Comics was doing this book. I still watch the show on, I think it's on Prime, but it's also on like Tubi or something. Like you watch it either way. I still watch it. I don't care. I don't care how outdated it is. I don't care how goofy the special effects look. There's just something about this I've always loved. William Catt has always been a favorite of mine. Even when he went to do the House movies,
Mm-hmm.
I'm so excited for this book. I'm more excited than I should be. I'm pretty sure this is a David Mack cover, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's his name down there at the bottom, like next to him.
A lot of people forget that he was in Carrie also, because that's where I knew him from, was Carrie when he came on TV. I'm like, that's the guy from Carrie.
Yeah, he was the other girl's boyfriend who takes Carrie to the prom,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And gets killed by the falling can or something. I never knew.
Yeah, he gets killed.
Okay. I always thought that was weird, but great
And
movie.
He also appeared on House MD.
Yeah.
Of course, just about everybody did at one point.
It's true. Yeah, William Catt is fantastic as this character Ralph. And I remember they changed his name because it was Ralph something.
It used to be Ralph Hinckley, and then the guy that shot President Reagan was Hinckley, so they made him change it to Hanley or something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. So had one of the greatest theme songs ever.
Oh, for sure.
Love that song. I have it on my phone. It's in my playlist. I listen to it.
That song, I don't know if it's true or not, but that song was the first song I can ever remember hearing on the radio that was a theme song to a show. And shortly thereafter, they did like the Chariots of Fire, but that was a movie. But I don't know of another, because, you never heard MASH on the radio. You never heard, Welcome Back Kotter on the radio.
Yeah.
So when I heard this on the radio, I was like, oh, wow, they made a whole song out of it.
Yeah. If I get nothing else, y'all, this is the one I really want. This is the one I'm so excited for, and I'm trying to like, manage my expectations. I really am. But I'm so excited for this one, y'all. Like, I don't know how many times I had playfully asked Nick when he was going to get the license to this. But AMP has it. AMP has a bunch of great people behind it. Josh Starnes. So really excited. I think they are doing the Never Wars books right now as well. So really, really excited for this one. I think there's only a couple more left. Aquamanity. Just because, y'all. Just because. And I find it kind of strange that this feels like it's the first year in a while that we didn't get a Spidey and His Amazing Friends book.
We did.
At least on the free comic book day site.
Yep. It's on the comic giveaway.
It's on the comic giveaway. Okay.
There's a bunch of, most of my list is on the comic giveaway, and I didn't realize it.
Huh.
I wish I could share mine. I'd show them to you.
Well, like I said, we'll get that set up for Saturday. This coming Saturday. We'll talk about that side of the list, because I also noticed, and maybe it's just me, that there's no Marvel on this side.
They're all on the other.
They're all on the other one. Okay.
There's a Amazing Spider-Man, Queen in Black that they have. The Alien Planet of the Apes Predator that Nope was talking about is on there. They have an Avatar. They have Garfield. They got Masters of the Universe Dungeons and Dragons, which I am really wondering what they're going to do with that. They got Pizza and Taco, The Minotaur, The Last Kids on Earth. Yeah, those are all on my list, and I'm like, wow, those are all comic giveaway day. I didn't realize that.
Aquamanity. Is there any other kind? Okay, that's good to know. This is definitely a keep it for yourself, or give it to a niece or nephew. Or
I wonder if the bad guy in this is the crocodile hunter. But
oh no,
I had to go there. It's me. Come on.
Let's see. Is that the last one? Yep, that is the last one on the list. So that's half, y'all. That is half, because again, I didn't know about the other we'll be talking and showing that off this coming Saturday for the Hydra Hangout, weather permitting, of course. Yeah, I'm excited to see what's on that side of the list. I thought it was kind of strange when I was going through this, and I was like, man, is Marvel just not doing it this year? Now I got my answer.
Yeah.
So a couple things I wanted to talk about. So this is a Weta Workshop figure. I think they're called mini epics. We got this for Jenna a year or two ago. Well, last night we're unpacking stuff, and we got a lot of our shelves up to put our figures and our statues and stuff on. Well, she decided after all this time, she goes, you know what? I'm going to take him out of the box. Because, we're not necessarily out in the box collectors. But the thing was, when she took him out of the box, underneath him, there was a base and there was a poster of almost all the other figures that they do.
Cool.
Not just for this series, but a bunch of other series. So what I'm going to do real fast, I'm going to grab that real fast. I'm going to grab it.
Go for it.
Got to grab it. Leave that up for a second so y'all can pick it out.
You did a nice job designing that too. Right down to the pipe and the cane. Yeah, they even got his pipe up there.
Stop.
Good details. It even looks like Ian McClellan.
Yeah, so I don't know that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. So picture this, folks. This thing has been in the box the whole time we've had it. Finally opens it. She notices he's got a butterfly on his back, all this stuff she didn't notice before. And then underneath him was, like I said, a base. And then there was this fold out poster that just shows you they have stuff from Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, Planet of the Apes, Alita Battle Angel, District 9, Gremlins, Men in Black International, Aliens, Predator, Invaders, Borderlands 3, Apex Legends, and Ghostbusters.
Now, who's the manufacturer?
This is Weta Workshop.
Huh.
WetaWorkshop.com/minipics. Grab that link, pop that in the chat. These are nice figures. Once she saw this, she was like, okay, now you really have to look these up and get me the rest of them. I was like, yeah, you're right, because I love these too. Like I said, this is such a nice figure. It really is. And Ed, I heard you talking about how it actually looks like Ian McKellen.
Yep.
Yeah, that's like the best part.
The details are great. They even put the pipe in his cane there, his staff.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yes, it is. No, but like I said, the funniest thing was if we would have never taken it out of the box, we would have never seen all the stuff that was underneath it. It's like I had a metal. It's a metal. What am I doing here? That's not it either.
Whoa, hi.
Where did my okay? You know what? We're just gonna leave it like that for a second. I have like a die cast, one of those die cast figures, Wolverine. Well, his box got cracked. The front window was cracked. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take it out. I go to take it out, and in between where they have that colorful little base that the cardboard that they stand on, in between that and the box was a little sheet that showed you other figures that they made. So would have never known that unless we took it out of the box. So yeah, awesome figure. I'm gonna find that. We'll find that link real quick. I'll pop that in the chat if there's anybody interested in wanting to take a look at the figures.
Where did she get it? Is this like a Walmart thing?
Yeah,
or-
we got it at Walmart.
Cool.
Hold on. There we go. Here's what's funny. So I probably typed it in wrong. Or, yeah, I did type it in wrong. But, so I typed in Mimi Picks instead of Mini Picks. But it still takes you to the Weta Workshop. And it says page 404 not found. You shall not pass. That
funny.
is incredible.
That's funny.
Now, let me see if I can spell it right.
IT.
Nope. So I guess that thing isn't. There is a collectibles thing, so you can go to Weta
I
Workshop.
can't believe there's not a website on their poster.
Copy. Well, it says wetaworkshop.com, but check the site out anyway. Like I'll leave that other part off, but check the website out. They got some cool looking stuff up there. So, all right, let me get to this part of the show because I got a special surprise at the end here. So, some books that I've read. This is Frosted Up from Weird Brain Entertainment. This felt like, I know I've talked about this before. Zenoscope, not their connected universe, but when they did like Grim Fairy Tales or their Tales of Terror things, I dig those. I'm not really big on their like hero universe that they built. You know, where they take like Robin Hood. Like I like some of the characters, but I'm just not a big fan of that. This felt like reading a Zenoscope book, but I thoroughly enjoyed the story. There's no fish people, but there is a magic snowman. We have our main character on the front. Her and her daughter leave her dealer / boyfriend, and he vows revenge. Well, she takes this gym bag or something like that from him when she leaves. Apparently, there's something more to this character than we know because she can fight. So she beats the dude up, and they leave. Well, she drives down to her mom's house. And her mom's in Florida for the winter. They break in, and that's where they're going to stay. They break into her mom's house, and the mom gets a job as a stripper and leaves the girl there. Well, apparently this bag belongs to somebody who looks an awful lot like Santa Claus, but it's not Santa Claus. Or he works for a guy. The guy that looks like Santa Claus works for a bigger guy. Apparently they want this gym bag back. So they go to the original person that was supposed to be holding on to it. He says it was actually with the ex-boyfriend. So they go to that house, find out that she took it. So they go to her mom's house while she's working and kidnap her daughter. Under the guise of, we know your mom. It's a basic, your parents tell you not to talk to strangers. There should be a code word in case if I want you to be picked up or whatever. But the mom is on drugs. Like she's a drug addict. And she takes something before she comes back home. And guys are waiting for her. And they want the bag. Well, she wants her daughter. Well, her daughter built the snowman out in the yard. And while the mom is fighting, the snowman comes to life. Now, whether or not the snowman is actually alive, this is only issue 1. I have a feeling it is, but I don't know at the same time. Like it because they bring you in the uppers mixed with hallucinogens kind of aspect to it. So I think we're gonna find out. Maybe it was just her the whole time, but I don't know. This was it was a fun read though. It was a fun read. If you're a fan of Zenescope, even if you're not a fan of Zenescope, I think you'll enjoy this. Like, this was one that Sean read. He goes, dude, I kind of like this one. So I had read it last night and I was like, okay, this is a pretty fun book. So Frosted Up. Yep.
Is Weird Brain a spinoff of Zenescope, or is it something?
I couldn't find anything on it.
It definitely sounds very Zenescope-ish, where they take a already existing thing, because this is basically Frozen.
Yeah.
Just changed.
Or that Jack Frost movie. Yeah, this, I said, it was a fun read. Like, I can't wait to read more of it. So yeah.
I am seeing more and more of that Esposito, and I can't help but wonder if he's related to the Esposito that used to do all the artwork for DC and Marvel back in the day.
Taylor, I want to say Taylor's a letterer.
Oh, okay.
I think Taylor Esposito is a letterer. I think I've seen that name a bunch. I'm pretty sure he's a letterer. I got quite a few things from him, but I might look that up later just to see.
Cool.
So, for somebody who's been on the experience a few times, Doug Wagner, I decided to finally check out Plastic. What a crazy freaking book this is. This book is nuts, and apparently there's 2 different series. There's another series called Plush, and there's something else in the works. But this is about. Okay, he is a letterer. Thank you, Joey. This is about a guy that apparently used to be like a government contract killer or something. That the opening scene is a spicy scene in a car. Now, you don't see anything. You just see the car and you see somebody talking. This dude is married or dating a pleasure doll that he calls Virginia. And he's very protective of this doll. You don't call her a doll. And he has some weird, and like, it's a weird fetish thing with plastic, because he goes into a shop to buy cleaning supplies for the fun they just had.
Oh boy.
And the guy inside the store, really nice. The guy was really nice to him and everything. So I was thinking, oh my God, please don't tell me that this guy's going to murk this guy, because this guy's nice. But that's not what happens. Oh, you're good, Joey. You're good. So the guy asked him paper or plastic, and this dude like kind of freezes up and gets all like sweaty looking in the face. And he goes, what? He goes, paper or plastic. And the way his face looks when he says plastic, he's got some kind of fetish with it. And maybe that's why, also, smartly enough, that's why the book is called Plastic.
Yeah.
So he's got Virginia sitting in the front seat. And there's some guys that are talking to her, knowing she's not real, but just the dialogue is very much, they're treating her like she's real. At least these guys are. And, well, our character on the front snaps. And I'm not sure if he kills them or just hurts them severely. But halfway through doing this, he snaps out of it. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. Virginia, you're right. I need to work on my anger and all this other stuff. Well, it turns out one of those kids was the son of a very powerful man. So instead of killing our main character, which his name is said, but it's not his, like, they call him Victor, but that's not his name. Like, it's a name on a credit card he's using, but that's not his actual name. I just can't remember what it is right now. They kidnap Virginia and him and says, we'll keep her safe if you take out some people for us. So he's basically gonna murk some people. He's gonna murder people. Now, the thing that's so interesting about what they do in this scene is he's paying attention to everything. There's two guys before the main guy shows up. So he's paying attention to where the sun is coming through a crack in the wall. He's paying attention to where under, like, we have water running underneath us. The two guys end up, one of them says the other guy's name. He makes a note of that. And then the big guy comes in and says the other guy's name, so he makes a note of that. One of the guys looks like a cop, and he like licks Virginia. Like, again, they're messing with him and they're doing that. So he says tongue. So he's making a note of everything that they're doing in his head. So I've only got the one issue in, but I've heard about this story. This feels like this would be an Ed book. This would be an Ed series to me, and probably maybe a Nope one too. Just based off the first issue and how crazy it is.
What year was it? Do you know?
The plastic came out. Oh my goodness, I had it. I'm gonna find it real quick. Plastic. 2017.
Okay.
2017. It's the first little series is 5 issues, and then, like I said, there's a bunch of. I don't know if all of it ties in, but I know Doug had. Doug is also the guy who's doing Narco right now.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. He did plush, vinyl, and then there's like a second series of plastic. He also did I Was a Fashion School Serial Killer, if you've read that one. So a lot of good stuff he's done. So this one, though, like I said, I'm one issue in. I think this book is nuts, and it's only the first issue. So I can't wait to read more of this one. Now, the next one, we talked about this one kind of a while back. Hold on just a second. Puppo's getting nuts over here. Okay. Oh, so this next one we talked about, I said it looked crazy, and it is kind of crazy. The Kids from Garth Ennis. This was a one-shot. I kind of wish this wasn't a one-shot, though. There are things I don't understand. There's things that I kind of need answered, but I didn't get any kind of answers, just kind of left me with more questions. Simple title look. I don't know. This is one night, all kids 1 and under grow into adults. Still have baby brains, grow into adult. It's like walking. It's almost like zombies, but babies. And it's weird. It's very weird, and I mean, it is Garth, so there is some violent stuff in it. Yeah. Yeah. This is before, 2017 for that one logo. But yeah. This was a weird one. And they never explain to you really what happens. I don't dislike it. I can say that. I don't dislike it. I think this should have been, even if it was a mini, just more. If somebody reads this, let me know if it just feels like it's missing. Because that's what it just feels like. It's missing some stuff to it. Like it's missing some story. It's creepy. It's very creepy. Having full-size babies not know what the hell's going on. Like, adults with baby brains just scared out of their mind is just as terrifying as you think it would be. Like I said, I didn't dislike it, but it was missing for me. Like it was missing. And again, a lot of people, Garth's style is it's all gross all the time. It's not all the time, but he does seem to have a little bit of a home in kind of the gross stuff. So,
Sure.
And yeah, Joey, I 100% agree. There are some one shots that they're just like they found a way to wrap the story up. This one just feels like I don't know, something was just missing from it. I could never even imagine writing a comic. I couldn't write a page of a comic. But
they got comics that don't have words in them. You could write that one.
Oh, that's true.
See?
That is true.
Don't sell yourself short.
But I don't know. This just feels like it needed just a little bit more just to drive home the point and to let me know what happened, because you don't really ever learn what happens. It just happens and then it's over. So give this one a shot. Let me know what you think of it. Next thing I got on the list here, Daredevil #1. I really like this. I'm finding more and more, especially with Marvel stuff, the newer ones like Captain America. I've been raving about that since it came out. The Zdarsky run of Captain America has made me a bigger Captain America fan. Wrote a silent comic. Those are actually harder to do. I wouldn't even know, because the art's really got to tell the story, but you as the quote-unquote writer have to let the artist know what to do. So I can get why that'd be hard. But yeah, so I'm not a small Daredevil fan, but I'm not like a Daredevil fan like how Sean is. Sean's the big Daredevil guy in the house. But I'm finding this Iron Man and that Cap book, I guess it's not so weighed down with all the other 80 million events that Marvel does. I don't know. It feels different. It feels like we're focusing on this character. We're not talking about the rise of the House of X, Armageddon, zombies, blah blah blah. We're focusing on this. It's a different story in that Matt is teaching at a university. It's like a law class that he's teaching. And they introduce a new villain who seems like he's going to be pretty cool. Or I'm not even sure the thing's a villain. I know it's a new character. But I would tell you, if you've never really been into Daredevil, give this one a shot. I really enjoyed this one. Like I said, Marvel has been kind of turning it around on these singular characters that they're doing. I still can't get into X-Men. There's just too much X-Men. There's a bunch of their stories that I'm just not in. The Punisher. I gotta shout out the Punisher. I thought I had it added to this list, but I didn't. The Punisher one that comes right off the tail end of the Punisher Red Band, 2 issues in, that book is phenomenal too. But yeah, all these just the singular character, not team up books, have been fantastic. So put this one on your list. Check it out. Now here's one that Ed brought to my attention. This cover just looks cool. Ed, what is it about this book? What is this book?
Well, it doesn't come out until April 29th, so I don't know other than what it says. It says it's selling itself as Escape from New York meets 30 Days of Night meets Mad Max. Avatar 6 is a post-apocalyptic story about a group of prisoners attempting to escape an Alcatraz-like island while being hunted by monstrous vampires. So that screams Ed, so I put it on my poll. Plus, that cover is just sick. I love that cover.
Yeah, this cover is just Oh my goodness. I'm actually, as soon as I
That
learned,
screams Ed art right there. I love that cover.
let's see, part 6. I just want to see Tristan Elwell was the cover artist.
Because it says Mina Elwell wrote it. So, haha.
And it's a mature reader's book, which, I mean, I would expect that.
Well, by that looking thing, I would hope so.
Yeah. So this is from a company I had never heard of before, or a publisher, I should say, Iron Age Horror.
Yep.
So I'm gonna research that one a little more. But yeah, this book definitely looks awesome. So I got two books left, and these aren't books that I'm going to go on and on about. These are books that I think look interesting that I'm going to be reading. And the first one is the Ghost Machine Official Handbook. Now, this is number 1. Apparently, there's going to be 3 of these, and then they're going to release a trade. This is exactly what you think it is. It is a character handbook like you would find in a tabletop game. It tells you who the character is, what their first appearance was, description. That's what this is. So if you haven't read any of the Ghost Machine stuff, I'm a weird person that likes stuff like this. That, it's not necessarily an actual comic book.
Right.
Like a koala with a chainsaw. Oh, we have monsters. Yeah.
Hey, Preston.
What's going on, Preston? But, if you wanted to learn about the characters and then jump into the world, these are going to be the way to go. Like, this just looks super interesting. I'm going to read it. What does it say? It's 5. Okay, it's a 5-issue limited series. So there's going to be 5 of these handbooks released. So I'm excited to go through these. Redcoat is the only character I'm caught up on. I've read at least issue 1s of most of these characters, but Redcoat is the one that I love. Even though Rook Exodus has the most fantastic art ever, Redcoat is just such a fun read. If you haven't started it, I would start with Redcoat. It's such a fun character, and he's getting a movie. They've announced that. So, and then this one, Good Devils Don't Play Fair with Evil. There was something about the cover that just was like, what is this? And I'll let you check out the synopsis on it, folks. But I don't know. This is on my to read list, and I'll probably be talking about it this Saturday. Ed, real fast. Why don't you
Last night's game was a thing of beauty. I was a very happy boy. We pulled out to a 30-point lead in the second half and just wiped the floor with them. And tomorrow night, championship game, 8:50 p.m. Come join us on Weird Dopes. And Nope and I will entertain you, and you can laugh at me as I watch Michigan play for the championship tomorrow night. And I even wore the hat for you, Preston. I even wore the hat. I still got it sitting here. I had this on for you last night, buddy. Yay!
Go Sports, go Blue.
Exactly.
Yeah, Joey. I do like the title logo.
That cover and the writing reminds me a lot of the Gorillaz music videos.
Yeah.
I got that vibe from it.
Yeah, and maybe that's what drew me to it. So, since I didn't do a list book because the show was supposed to be yesterday, folks, I didn't do the list book because Ed finally got the book that he's been wanting me to read forever. It finally pulled up he finally came up on the spin. So I knew they were doing their show yesterday. So I told him, I said, you know what? I'm not gonna do the list book because I want you to be here when I do it. You waited forever for it to land on your book. We're gonna do it. So next Saturday, I'm gonna do the list book. So in lieu of that,
Cool.
I've decided I'm gonna do something I've seen other channels do. I'm giving it a shot here. I'm gonna do an unboxing. I'm gonna unbox something I got in, and then later on, I'm gonna clip it. So for the folks that didn't watch the live, I'm gonna release it as its own video. Gonna see how this works. Mainly because this is really cool. I wanted to share it on live, but I also wanted to share it to the folks that don't necessarily always watch the live. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Ed mute, and I'm going to treat this like I'm doing a regular unboxing video, and then we'll come back and talk about it. So Ed, I will see you in just a few minutes. So what I'm going to do here, folks, is I'm going to hide this because I'm going to do my own little come on, Jay, name thing over here. So you got any questions in the chat? You got anything you want to talk about? You can still put them there. As soon as I'm done with this, we'll get right back onto that. So just so you see, hadn't been opened yet. Make sure I got my knife there. Okay. Let's see what we got in, folks. Hey, everybody. Hope you're having a safe and awesome week. So just full disclosure, I am doing this on my live video. So if I mess up, the folks that see me mess up live will see it, but the folks watching on the edited video will not. So let's go ahead and just crack this thing open. I'm really excited to share this one with you. I know what it is. Get the knife here, and I'll probably cut out all this stuff for the folks watching in the video, but try not to make it as loud as humanly possible. There we go. So this comes from a company, a publisher called Comics Tribe. I've talked about Comics Tribe, yes, quite a bit. It's one of the first Kickstarters I ever backed. So if I've ever backed a Kickstarter of yours, you have them to thank for opening the floodgates. I actually found Comics Tribe. Ooh, that was kind of loud. I actually found Comics Tribe from a Facebook ad. It was Oxymoron, The Loveliest Nightmare. I went and I checked out some of their stuff, and now I just have, I'm such a huge fan. Got a bunch of their books. I'll probably show those off again at a later date on a live or something. But what I did was they released issue 5 of a book called Epic. I'm going to go ahead and show this off here. Now, Epic tells the story of a young man who visits his friend. His friend is interning in a lab, and this company makes all kinds of stuff like rocket boots, all sorts of cool stuff. Well, he has these rocket boots on, and he can't control them. And he ends up in this part of the lab where there's like an explosion. Well, the explosion, comic book lore, folks, gives him superpowers. Now, the thing about this dude's superpowers is, much like regular teenage boys, at least when I was a teenage boy, he loses his powers around pretty girls. That's the hook of the book. So, got issue 5, and I will be pulling this thing out here to let you know who worked on it. So, after a freak accident gives teenager Eric Ardor incredible powers, he does what you would do. He dons a costume and becomes epic. It's a fanboy's dream come true, but there's a catch. He's powerless around anyone he's attracted to. This is written and lettered by Tyler James, artist Matt Zollman, colorist Dan Olvera, and we have covers by, and I apologize beforehand, FICO Osio, Matt Zollman, and Peter Taylor. Epic was created by Tyler James and Matt Zollman. So I will find out, because I cannot remember offhand which cover I got specifically, but I'll put it down at the bottom of the screen for the folks that are watching the recorded video. There's the back there. There's some couple of goodies in the back here. I love getting all this extra stuff. I'm one of those folks. I love this print. Is probably going to be the thumbnail. Look at that. Signed by Tyler and Matt. Very cool print. Love that. Also, ooh, yeah. A metal card of Sinstress. I know, can't never get the thing to show up perfectly. And I'll have a picture up there later that shows up. But it's a metal card. I love getting metal cards because, you know, sometimes I can't always get a metal cover. So having a metal card is super dope. That's going to go in my card book, which eventually on a live I'll show. I will show. I'll show off. Like I said, it's a story of a teenager who gets superpowers and loses his powers around pretty girls. Now, I had an issue 0 a long time ago, and I think I still have it somewhere. What I didn't have was the first 4 issues. So on top of that, I also got the trade that's still in the cellophane of 1 through 4. So now I got the entirety of the series. They are also about to do a hardcover, a die-cut hardcover of Chum, which is a crime surf noir where a shark is on the cover and sharks are actually in the book. That's going to be Comics Tribe, and I'll leave that link in the description of this video. And later on in this live, I will probably put that link in there for the pre-save. So there you go, folks. That was epic.
Yeah, I see what you did there.
And now we're back.
That was
What's up, Dan?
epic.
Hopefully Triple B that answers your question. It's basically a kid who gets superpowers, but he loses them around pretty girls. So it's a fun book, especially when one of his villains is a really hot girl. So
hey Dan, good to see you.
Dan Price. You want it, but you can't have it. Yeah, pretty much. So, yeah, I can't wait to get into that. Comics Tribe, folks, if you have not checked out Comics Tribe, they do. I think this is really their only real superhero book. I mean, they have a series called The Red 10. It's a superhero murder mystery, but it's definitely not your typical superhero book. I'll probably do a little Comics Tribe show one day because Comics Tribe has so many great books and villains and Oxymoron. Oxymoron is like a level below Matter Red from Bedlam to me. I think they're pretty on par with each other as my favorite villains in all of comics. Like Oxymoron is the Joker if the Joker killed his Batman and 8 people. So, yeah. And you can't really see it. Jenna did this really cool, break out the Dramamine, folks. Right up there in the corner next to that Gears of War logo, she did this really cool split Oxymoron face. Come on, bring your arm over where they can see that right there. That right there. One of my favorite villains. Great character.
Cool.
I knew what you were doing, Triple B. What is it? I know, I love that song. But yeah, let me grab, especially because Mr. Dan Price of Bigfoot Knows Karate fame is here. Somehow that got deleted. I'm gonna grab a couple of links. Ed, while I'm doing that, why don't you go over your plans for what's going on with your basketball games?
Oh, sure. So tomorrow night is the championship game of March Madness. Tip-off is 8:50 p.m. Mr. Nope and I will be jumping on the Weird Dopes channel to watch the game and narrate it for you, and you can join in on our silliness and goofiness and watch me as my temperature slowly rises and falls as the game goes my way or goes against me, and it's always a good time. I even let out a little short earlier today of a couple of times where Mr. Nope absolutely cracked up at me, and I had to share that with everybody. So I made that into a little short. But it's going to be a good time. Tomorrow night's the last game. It's for all the beans. Go blue. And then Friday, we've started doing our Friday happy hours. But this week, Mr. Nope won't be able to make it. So I might sub it with something, maybe an unboxing or something. But I'm going to try to release something on Friday just to keep the Friday thing going. But we probably will not be live this Friday. But other than that, that's what's going on in our little world. And then Saturday on Hydra, weather permitting.
Yes, we're going to show the other half of that list, because again, until you said something, I would have never known that. I would have just been like, man, there's not any Marvel books this time. It's kind of crazy.
Most of the books that I had on my pull were from that, believe it or not, and I just didn't notice.
Then of course, y'all, since he is in the chat here,
Comic giveaway day doesn't flow like Free Comic Book Day, but I'll take it.
Make sure you check out Triple B's channel. Gonna have a hottest covers of the week live on Wednesday, usually right after Comic Collectibles. So that's 8 Eastern, 7 Central on Wednesdays. Be sure to check that out. And he also does he's been doing a Vampirella read along with Cantonese Comic Kid Triple B. Is that correct? You've been going through the what is that famous Vampirella? Is it Warren? Oh wow, 3 new videos tomorrow. Hell yeah, check that out, guys. Check that out. So, folks, that's all I had. Last night it was just going to be me, so it probably would have been like an hour show or so. So I'm glad that everybody showed up today. That was awesome. Like, this is out of the blue. Started it at like 1:30 in the afternoon. Crazy for a stream for this channel. I'm also glad, even though the weather got me last night, at least I got Ed here with me today, because I always love doing these shows with y'all.
Happy to help, brother. I couldn't leave you hanging.
But
it's actually a really good time for a show because nobody does shows on Sunday. So
yeah,
it worked out pretty good.
Be sure, though, folks, because weather permitting, next Saturday, 9 Eastern, 8 Central, episode 69, bros. It's gonna be. Hopefully, I got this.
If you want any Ed advice on creating a thumbnail for that, let me know.
Trust me, if what I have in my brain works out, it's gonna be a cool thumbnail.
Nice.
It's gonna be a cool thumbnail.
Nice.
Hoping I can get it to work though. But Ed, as always, man, thank you for taking time out of your day to do it. I do appreciate it.
Happy to be here, my friend. Always great to hang out with you. You know that.
100%.
See you, everybody.
Yep. Go ahead.
Hail Hydra and all that good stuff.
All right. I'll see you in the back room in just a second. Alrighty, folks. And again, oh no. It's like no, definitely not going to be one of those kind of thumbnails. Oh goodness, Preston, that's hilarious. No, it won't be one of those kind of thumbnails. No, wrong channel. That'll be for the only Hydras after dark. So that's all I got for today, folks. Again, thank you all for showing up. I really appreciate it. Everybody who stopped by earlier, who just came in and said hi. Really appreciate everybody, watching this dumb thing that I do. I have a lot of fun doing it though, and I hope that folks that show up here, I hope you have some fun too. But that's going to do it all for me. I'm starting to lose my voice already. See, that's why I need co-hosts and stuff here, because I can't talk for very long. But I hope you all have, if you celebrate the day, hope you all have a very happy Easter. Hope to see you all. For those who watch the experience, see you next week for all those shows. Have a great rest of your day, great rest of your weekend, and take care. Later.